long as Scarface, so shimmy, shimmy, yeah, shimmy, yeah, she, yeah. Let me grab the microphone and I'ma take it away. Every time I spit, I blow 1 or 2 speakers. Top model.
Sponsored by Sprite. It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal on 2K Sports, and the NBA season is about to begin. Tonight, it'll be the San Antonio Spurs up against the Miami Heat. For Miami, finally we get to stop talking about this team and actually get to see them in action. Feels like it's been a long offseason. Shaq, you could say that with Dwayne Wade kind of hampered by injuries, that Chris Bosh is their most important player in Miami.
Yes, he gets a chance to shoot the ball more. He can play 4 or 5, not your traditional 5. Doesn't like to play inside, but when he's hot from the outside, he's hard to stop.
Game's about to tip off. It's time to check in with Kevin Harlan. Kevin?
The Heat are out of Miami and into an interconference game. We're live at AT&T Center. Welcome to San Antonio, Texas for this Spurs home game. Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Happy to have you along for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And it's going to be the Spurs. Off the tip. We've got a chance here to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for Miami, Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Dang and McRoberts holding down the forward spots. And it's Bosh in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The shot is off.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
Well, going into last season, Thiago Splitter accepting a 4-year, $36 million extension, Steve, from the Spurs.
A lot of people questioned the value of that contract, but Splitter more than earned it with his play throughout the regular season and in the playoffs. He's versatile, he can pass, he can defend, and even though his numbers were down a little bit last year, he made tremendous impact just in terms of their interior play.
Duncan kicks to Leonard, and that comes off the assist by Duncan.
Really nice work inside there. We'll always give you a battle on the interior, guys.
On defense, San Antonio. 4-point game. Dang goes in. Got it. Good job in the low post. And here are the Spurs. There's Parker with the 3, and he gets it to go. Parker's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
3 straight makes to start this game. Looking good.
Wade outside. Bosh, a screen on Green. Wade passes to Bosh. Back to Wade. Clock at 6. Can't get it to go. Great D that time from Green.
Well, with only 1 attempt so far falling, this is not looking good. 1 for 4 so far.
The Heat shooting their first free throw of the game here.
You know, for Dwayne Wade, he's an athlete who's grown accustomed to having his personal life and his public life intersect. But he's found a way to turn that into a positive, selling the rights to a sitcom based on his experiences as a player and a parent.
And here is Chalmers following the three-pointer by Tony Parker. And Chalmers kicks to Wade. And it's Dang in the corner. No good on the three. The Spurs have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And Wade, generous, sharing his experiences for sure. Steve, he even released a training app for smartphones last season.
You know, I used it, Kevin. I ended up dominating my old man league in San Diego, so I'm really grateful to Dwayne for his generosity.
Here's Green. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss the way they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
And Chalmers kicks to Wade. Heat moving the ball around. Puts it up from 15, and the jumper falls for him. Wade's got 5 now.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Spurs leading by 5. Parker with it. 6 points for him. It's hauled in by Luol Deng.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Wade against Green. And Chalmers kicks to McRoberts. That's good, and so Chalmers with the assist.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Duncan outside. From the top of the key. It's hauled in by the Heat. Outside Leonard. The 3-ball. Chris Bosh with the rebound. Out to Parker. Shoots the 3. Good. Parker's got 9 points.
It's going to be tough for the defense today. If he's got his A game rolling here tonight, we'll see.
The Heat trail by 5. And here's Wade. He has 5. Dang dishes to Wade. Inside to Bosh. And he gets the bucket. Bosh has got his first 2 points.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter. Bellinelli comes in for Leonard. Ano Ginobili's checked in for Daniel Green. And it's Austin Day in for Tony Parker.
You know, one thing you have to give Coach Eric Spoelstra credit for is he's not wedded to just one approach. I like his ability to be flexible. You remember after the 2011 finals, for example, he really went back to the drawing board and changed Miami's offense to their small ball approach, but also wanted to get LeBron inside more. The result has been a couple of championship rings.
Here is Day. After the Heat pick up 2. Diao, the pass to Ginobili. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Ginobili's got 5 now.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Yeah, the shots have been falling, that's for sure. The offense really in a good groove.
Here's Cole. Pass to Granger. Tim Duncan with the rebound.
That was a layup, and you've got to knock that down. You've got to convert when you get those opportunities.
Bellinelli, good, and it's Diao with the assist that time.
They've done a lot of good work with the ball, really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get them. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Fires for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. Ginobili kicks to Diao. It's tipped. Ginobili attacking. And Duncan throws it down hard.
Boy, what a fantastic opening quarter for them.
Yeah, it sure has been. Look at the lead they've jumped out to already. Impressive.
Here's Cole from beyond the arc and then some. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Spurs?
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Mills and Manu at the guards. Bellinelli is out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Splitter in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Here's Bellinelli. And Ginobili wide open. He shoots. He feeds it to Bellinelli. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Bellinelli's got the lead up to 10 now for San Antonio.
Marco Bellinelli with a career season playing for the Spurs in 2013-14. His best ever three-point percentage. In fact, he led the league in that category for the first half of the season.
Here's Napier. Cole dishes to Haslam. Here's Napier. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Napier's got his first 3 points of the game. Spurs leading by 7. And for Bellinelli, you couldn't have asked for a better situation than the Spurs offensively.
Yeah, they put their shooters in a great position to succeed, Kevin. A really good passing offense with a clear system, clear-cut system. Marco wasn't asked to create his shot as much, and that benefits him and his team.
Leonard, he's checked in for Bellinelli. And we played just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. That's good. And the Spurs lead by 10.
Well, you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Patty Mills last season had his best season ever. He really remade his body in the offseason, adding muscle, cutting down on his body fat. Already one of the quickest players in the league. He got even quicker.
Here is McRoberts. Dang attacking. Uses the glass to finish the layup. San Antonio with the ball. And Mills getting quality minutes at the backup point guard position.
Yeah, and for a player who spent time in the D-League, playing in China and is native of Australia, and it seems he's really solidified his place as an NBA player, Kevin, in part because he refocused on conditioning his body and really developed as an outside shooter, too.
Now here's Wade. 5 points in the game. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. McRoberts' shot is good.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the three.
Spurs leading by 5. Mills passes to Diaw. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Diaw's got his first basket.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Feeds it to Chalmers. Out to Wade. Leonard against Dang. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
A different look now for San Antonio. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili. And Tony Parker subbed in for Patty Mills. Parker outside. And stolen by Chalmers. Dang against Leonard. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Wade.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Not a big surprise, but the Heat, Steve, were the best team in the East last year when it came to playing teams in the Western Conference.
Yeah, that's not a shock at all because they have the most talent from the East, and I think only facing those clubs twice each, Miami was much more likely to be up for those games from an emotional standpoint.
Here is McRoberts following the score by Tony Parker. The drive by Wade, and Chalmers kicks to McRoberts. No good from outside.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Now here's Leonard. Shot from 16, and another basket for San Antonio.
You know, back to your point about the Heat in the West, They were the only East team to get 20 wins against the Western Conference.
Here's Chalmers looking for his first basket still in this one. Outside Bosch. On the wing, Dwayne Wade. Wade, right side. They get it back. Here's Dang, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. Dang's got 4 this quarter.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Here's Parker. 11 points in the game. That is good.
And for a team in the East, that's often the real test of how good you are. Of course, that wasn't really a question for the Heat, as they were always regarded as the team to beat last year in the NBA.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
Well, Luol Deng was supposed to have a lot more help in Chicago as they got healthy, but injuries struck once again, and they were forced to ship Deng off to help in the next rebuilding project. First time Deng has ever played in a different uniform.
Tim Duncan, he's checked in for the Spurs. And Miami with a change here, too. Cole's checked in. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Eric Spoelstra was saying to his team. He thinks the use of ball screens and pick and rolls is the best formula for success against the defense they're currently looking at, and he let his guys know it. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Well, Coach not wasting any time in tweaking the game plan. We'll see if it makes a difference as we approach halftime, Kevin.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And so here is Miami. After the basket by San Antonio. Dang dishes to Wade. They set the pick. Shot off the pick. The shot is good off the backboard. Wade's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They've slowed down casting those triples here in the second.
I'd actually like to see them go back outside, Clark, because they had a good flow, a good pace here early on.
Here's Duncan. And the wide open shot from Green. And the 3 off target. And here is Dang. He has 6. Wade kicks to Bosch. It's blocked by Duncan.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, what do you think the team needs to do differently on the defensive end in the second half?
Well, a little bit more activity. We just have to be committed to what we do. Our identity to be aggressive, but more consistent with it.
Coach, thank you so much. Over to you guys.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly. The second half just about to get going here.
Tremendous output for Parker. 13 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Yeah, when he's been able to get squared up and get a good look at the basket, it seems like everything's been going in.
The Heat trail by 7.
The Spurs were able to take the top seed in the West once again and set themselves up for yet another deep playoff run.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Chalmers and D. Wade are the guards. Nick Roberts at the 4 with Bosch at center. And it's Dang in at the small forward. 4 on the clock. Here's Mick Roberts, banked in off the glass. Mick Roberts has got the first basket of the second half. That one for Miami.
As you said, the Spurs were the top seed coming into the playoffs and in the West, but they were pushed to the limit early by Dallas before cruising to the NBA Finals. And I can go back a number of years where the number 1 seed has had a tough time in its first round matchup, only to get to the NBA Finals and in some cases win it.
Here's Parker after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. 3-pointer, and Tony Parker hits from deep. Parker's got 16 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And for the Spurs in their run to yet another NBA title, they didn't seem to have any weakness in any facet of their game.
And you know, a little bit of that was overlooked, I thought, Kevin, heading into the final series against Miami, but certainly not afterward. One of the things that so impressed me was the depth, the quality of play that the Spurs got from everybody that Greg Popovich called on. And that really was the difference. They had 8, 9 guys playing at a high level when Miami only had 1 or 2 guys most nights.
That's a great thought. This is Chalmers up top, covered by Parker. Chalmers' shot is no good.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Duncan outside. Fires it up. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Well, they need a shot or two to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
Wade gets the bucket.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Ano Ginobili's checked in for San Antonio. Spurs leading by 4. The 19-foot shot, and that one's good. Parker's got 5 points now this quarter.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Chalmers passed away. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Dwayne Wade, a Hall of Fame player, I think, held back by bone bruises and tendonitis in his knees in recent years. You know, by keeping them in good shape and staying in condition, he's been able to find ways to play throughout the season and still be effective.
The first free throw is good.
And with the Heat's success riding in large part on Wade's knees, you can bet that he and the team have left no stone unturned in trying to protect him. From selective rest to advanced therapies, they've got a really extensive plan in place.
Both free throws good from Wade. And last season, Wade expressed regret over his knee surgery way back at Marquette. Stevie said his torn meniscus had been trimmed rather than repaired. That was a...
Well, he felt that was what led to a lot of the long-term knee issues that he's experiencing now. But, you know, sports medicine has advanced so quickly. Things that are common now simply weren't even in practice a decade ago.
Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, Spurs coach Greg Popovich is so highly respected by his peers. Thunder coach Scott Brooks said there are 3 things you can count on: death, taxes, and Pop winning 50 games. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle called him, quote, the best coach in any sport ever and the smartest man in the history of the world. Kevin, he wasn't joking.
High praise indeed. Thank you, Doris.
Just seems like they've given up far too many points from the three-point shot today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal. Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. And he's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Leonard. That's Mills in for Parker. Then for the Heat, Anderson, he's checked in for Bosch. Granger comes in for Josh McRoberts. And it's Napier in for Mario Chalmers. And Wade slams it in.
Signature basket for him there. And, you know, they can turn this deficit around pretty quickly if he gets on a roll. And Parker with the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English or, you know, just the spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that teardrop.
Now here's Wade. He's got 17. Pass to Granger. On the wing, Dang. Bellinelli is covering. Here's Napier. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. Wade's got his 4th assist in this one. And for Parker now coming into his 30s, the question, how will his game, so based on speed, Clark, and elusiveness, how will it age?
Well, you know, I think that's a fair question. His game is not as much athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. The speed will go. But the fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim.
Boris Diaz checked in for Splitter. Heat also with the sub. Cole's checked in for Dwayne Wade. Left side, Anderson. Granger outside. Passes it to Cole. On the wing, Dang for the lead. And that one's good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on a clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If a shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot. This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
54 seconds left to play in the third. The pass to Nathan. Good ball movement here by Miami. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer off on. Now Mills. Stolen by Anderson.
Question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question. And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it ties the game, Clark. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, we're right back to even.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Duncan against Anderson. Lets it go from 11. And another basket for San Antonio.
And they got exactly what they wanted right there. Really high percentage look.
Napier kicks to Cole. From deep. The shot is off. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Spurs lead by 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
How about the creativity, guys? Terrific vision to pick out that pass and set up the basket.
Some serious creativity. Parker and Danny Green are your 1 and your 2. Diaw and Duncan at the 4 and the 5. And it's Leonard in at the 3. That's the San Antonio 5. Now Wade following the three-point attempt by Tony Parker. Cole dishes to Wade. Bosh the screen. And it's Dang in the corner. The feed now to McRoberts. And that one is hammered home.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
Now here's Parker. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, you talk about the elite point guards in the NBA. A lot of times Tony Parker's name gets overlooked. Something about playing in San Antonio seems to keep you off the radar, but make no mistake, Parker is a true star and, most importantly, a proven winner.
And Parker Clark, a 6-time All-Star, 3-time NBA champion, heavily decorated player.
Yeah, he really is, and he's shooting to become the Spurs' first 20-year guy. Now, how crazy would that be? I mean, he came to the Spurs at 19, so he's got an outside chance at it. Sure. He says his body feels great. Yep. The way Pop manages minutes for his guys, he thinks he can play at a high level for a long time. That'll be fun to watch to see if it happens that way.
Good story, you're right.
Yeah.
Now Chalmers, following the three-point attempt by Tony Parker. Dang passes to Chalmers. He kicks it to McRoberts. Dishes to Dang. A three-pointer off the mark. San Antonio trailing here. Stolen. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Bosh, the screen. Shoots from the line. Another miss by Dang.
Well, I like the defense there. Right up in his grill, didn't give him a chance.
Green kicks to Diaw. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Diaw's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
A lot of people thought that Danny Green would build on his play from the 2013 playoffs last season, but it was marred by injuries and underwhelming performances from him. Definitely not what he or Spurs fans were hoping for.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. It's been a hard-fought game, and he just wanted to give his guys a chance to catch their breath, saying, listen, we're right there. Let's make a push right here, put some pressure on them. Let's come out swinging. Kevin?
Here's Chalmers after the basket by San Antonio. The dish now to Wade. 5 on the clock. The baseline J. And misses it off the right side of the rim. And Danny Green last season, a dip in his field goal and three-point percentage club.
You know, he hit a slump around the middle of the season, but he finished strong. Still a highly efficient scorer in their offense.
Now here's Bosch. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one on Parker.
What's going on defensively there? A lack of focus, no concentration. Too easy.
San Antonio making a switch here. Duncan's checked in.
Chris Bosh, in some ways, had been the overlooked, underrated member of the Big Three in Miami, but extremely valuable. A nice complimentary scorer and understated defensively. But with LeBron gone now, he becomes more of a focal point offensively.
Here's Parker after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Parker outside. This one for three. A rebound by McRoberts. McRoberts has got 6 rebounds in the game. And Chris Bosh posted up a lot more, it seemed, to Clark in Toronto and Miami. It become primarily a face-up threat.
And I think that's where he's most comfortable, Kevin. More of a slender build. He takes advantage of his quickness more than his strength, so facing up is really where he's been most effective.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Miami.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
Well, they're taking care of business in the paint, too. Those are valuable points they've been getting down low.
Now, here's Chalmers. Shot off the pick. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Leonard attacking.
He is automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
And those could be an important 2 points, too, guys, in a close game like this one.
Ginobili's checked in for Green. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Chalmers dishes to Bosh. Wade kicks to Chalmers. Back to Wade. Parker against Chalmers. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. The Spurs have gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth. 4 of 9. Ginobili with the ball. He's picked up by Dang. Leonard with no one around. And that's good on the assist by Ginobili. Ginobili's got 3 assists now in this one. Kicks it to Chalmers. He dishes it to Bosh. Knocks it loose. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Parker leading the charge. And it's San Antonio with another. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Spurs?
Boy, defensively they've played with a high energy level, guys. And all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Here's Wade following the score by Tony Parker. It falls! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Boy, bad timing. Now is not the time to be giving him that shot.
Well, we can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, you got the lead. Burn some clock here.
Smart move.
Yep.
For Miami, they've gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Dang can't get it to go. This is a huge possession.
You've got to execute under pressure. We're going to see what they're made of.
Ginobili buries it.
Gotta love the use of the bounce pass there. Perfect feed.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're behind by 5. 26 seconds left in the fourth. Here is McRoberts, covered by Duncan. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3. And a big play there to mute the crowd.
Yeah, that one kind of took all of the life out of them there, Kevin.
Kind of quieted the voices in here, didn't it? Yeah, you can't let them pound the ball and just milk those precious seconds away.
No other option here but to foul and hope for a few misses at the line.
And he commits the intentional foul.
That's his third personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
San Antonio, Tim Duncan.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That was a critical trip to the stripe. They have a 2-possession lead now.
Now Wade. Here's McRoberts. It's rebounded by Leonard. And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game. Mills, that's a 2-pointer, and right on target, good.
They didn't take their time wrapping this game up. They pretty much did it in a hurry.
Yeah, they had a nice spurt to polish this one off.
And so it's San Antonio with the win. Both teams played well, but these guys had the edge.
Yeah, I think so. They were just steak knife sharp. Very on top of their game here.
Well, Tim, what